At naman, puntaan natin si Karla. Karla!
Thank you so much, Alzo. Ito naman, pag-usapan natin ang lungsod ng Maynila. Alam niyo pa, mga boss, na merong isang NGO na tumutulong i-promote at ibalik ang ganda ng Manila. At para pag-usapan yan, makasama natin si Julia ng VIVA Manila. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Julia, before anything else, tell us something about VIVA Manila.
So VIVA Manila is a citizen network. We're a bunch of neighbors who came together to start an organization to showcase what we love about the city that we live in. And so we are focused on creating places that people in the city of Manila, in historic areas of Manila.
So, can you just ask, why Manila? And what do you love about Manila?
So I was living in Malate for 4 years, and I really love the old city. I love being near the bay. I love all the different neighborhoods, and you actually have public spaces like the parks, the Baywalk, Luneta Park, open plazas. And when you're really in Manila, you can get a sense of place. When you're walking around the streets, maybe it's not exactly how we want it to be yet, but you can see that there's so many like independent businesses, places to go, places to eat, museums. It has a culture to it that you don't see in the other cities of Metro Manila, I believe.
I heard you have a project about Ilog Pasig.
Yes, so we're also doing a Pasig River art project in collaboration with the artist Leroy New, and focusing on activating certain spaces of the Pasig River. Like we plan to do murals, we plan to do performances, and just give a reason for people to come back to the Pasig. It's where the city started, right? The city grew from Pasig River. And so we've kind of, as a city, turned our backs to Pasig River. We've built it up so that you don't have a lot of public spaces, you don't have a lot of reasons to go there. So we want to activate the river again, so you know, you can use it as a place of transportation. The Pasig River Ferry started again this year.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I love the Pasig River Ferry. I mean, it's maybe not the fastest way, but actually it's compared to the traffic. I go from Makati to Intramuros on the ferry, and it's much faster. And along the way, you can see things like birds, trees, old houses, and there's a breeze, and it doesn't smell as bad as you think it does. No. And then pleasant experience of commuting rather than sitting in traffic.
Is VIVA Manila part of the rehabilitation of Ilog Pasig, or just the promotion? The
promotion, but Pasig River Rehabilitation Commission has been mostly focused on the environmental rehabilitation. We're more focused on creating reasons for people to come back to the Pasig. Why would they love it? You know, so we have to create activities and create a way for them to interact with it again. So through the art and culture, we can kind of give some reasons that people might like it also.
Okay, so when is the event?
So we're going to start on November 6th with a live mural painting at San Francisco Pumping Station on the Mandaluyong side of Pasig River, just across the Makati-Mandaluyong Bridge. So you can see it from Makati side, or you can just cross over and join us on the Mandaluyong side.
Is it like a week-long celebration?
We're going to be having activities all through the month of culminating in a art tour at the end of the month, which people can find out more information about on our website.
Julia, bakit arts and crafts kayo nag-concentrate? Like not on the touring side, or like, again, like what I said kanina about the rehabilitation. Why did you promote Ilog Pasig using arts and culture?
Well, I think, so I'm an urban planner, and there's a lot of things that we can do for Ilog Pasig, such as trying to streamline the Pasig River Ferry, making better connections so it's multimodal with like the MRT or something like that. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do as a city to fix the Pasig, but on a citizen side, I think through art and culture, we give people a way to express themselves and show something about the culture in the city. And I think that's also important for the vision, because otherwise we can make it and it's going to be like, what, Singapore, like Hong Kong, like New York. But we have to think of ourselves also into the city. And I think through art and culture, it's a way for citizens to also express themselves. And it becomes more unique and authentic.
And I think nakalimutan na rin ata ng mga tao na before Manila, that's a center of art and culture. Like, for example, like what I was telling you a while ago about Escolta. They were known for like art museums and etc. etc. Have you been to Escolta?
Definitely, and we try to promote all the citizen groups in Escolta. Like 98B is very strong. They have an art flea market every month.
Also.
Yeah, and they're working really hard. There's business associations in every neighborhood that are working really hard to preserve and revitalize the areas. They have walking tours, they have art tours, they have different things that are going on. And I think that it's really interesting to see how the citizens are also taking a very strong stance to showcase what's special about the city, why we should and why we should reinvest in these neighborhoods.
Honestly, Julia, parang ngayon talaga, nagulat ako kasi I was asking you, siguro tell our viewers then about your experience in Manila. You were telling me about you were biking around Manila by yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it safe?
I enjoy, I've never had a car. And so
in Manila?
Never anywhere that I've lived.
Okay.
So coming to Manila, I've always lived in cities where I'm dependent on public transportation. So when I came to Manila and I didn't have a car, I had to learn how to navigate all of the pedicabs, tricycles, jeepneys, LRT, MRT, buses. So along the way, with a couple of stumbles, I learned how to finally get around to where I need to go. And the really cool thing about Manila is that you're never stranded. Like in New York, if you get off the subway and you still have 7 blocks to walk to your house, you have to really walk it. Yeah, here you have so many options, and walking, it's a very 24-hour city. So like I've always lived in different red light districts like Malate, and now I live in Burgos, and so I find that there's always activity on the street, which helps in terms of safety, actually.
Okay, speaking of safety, of course you're a tourist, and I'm sure you're not having a problem with communication, but yung daya, have you ever experienced that?
No.
Never?
No.
Like, in paying like your cab fares or tricycles, have they took advantage of you as a tourist?
I think that that's something that you can experience in any city. I think any city you're subject to certain dangers, and as long as you're aware and you're confident and you're trying to, you assert yourself where you're going, it reduces a lot of issues. I have also been, I've been attacked and robbed here before while walking in the street, but this is something that happens in any. Overwhelmingly, my experience has been positive, and I think you have to just, be aware of your surroundings. Like any big mega city of the world, there's always something that can go wrong.
Okay, Julia, maybe invite our viewers for your upcoming events. And so your last question is, how can you see Manila 10 to 20 years from now?
I see Manila 10 from 20 years from now being an amazing hub of art and culture in this region. I see it being a very vibrant megacity that contributes a lot to how we should build cities and what we can learn also about creating very cultural centers in Asia. So I'm really excited about being here. I'm really excited to be part of it. And I really hope that everyone can join, follow the Facebook, Viva Manila on Facebook, and also vivamanila.org to find out about more information.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Julia, and good luck. Good luck in your projects. Thank you so much for coming to our shows kahit umuulan. Maraming salamat. Again, nakasama natin si Julia of Viva Manila. Mga boss, dyan lang kayo dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating chikahan sa pagbabalik ng Good Morning Boss.